I do believe it's really important to share with you things that I've learned about my female identity and how we as a society can grow and do better in this as well. One thing, as men and women, we all have struggles. Like that's I've kind of shared before. That's just a reality of life, unfortunately. But one thing that's much more common for us women than men, as women, we are viewed to be valuable and worthy only as beautiful as we are, only as our physical appearance is desirable. And that's extremely dehumanizing, definitely not okay, but it's something that I myself get caught up in. And it's not that we don't praise beauty. It's a really wonderful thing, you guys. And it's a God-given thing, but just remembering that physical appearance is only one small aspect of beauty. Who we are is what makes us beautiful. The complex dynamics, physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, all of it, who we are is what makes us beautiful, and the physical is just only one aspect of that. But as women, we oftentimes get exploited for that physical aspect, and the loudness of society oftentimes says you are only as valuable as you are physically desirable, and that's just not okay. For example, like I've done it myself. Even just the other day, I was longboarding with a friend of mine, and she was saying how she wouldn't mind getting some scrapes on her knees as fun little battle scars. And like instead of saying, yeah, that would be awesome, I instantly said, I was just like, oh no, you have such cute legs. You don't want scars on those. Like, my gosh, you guys, like that's awful. Like, would I have ever said something like that to a man? No, I would have never said that. I would have been like, yeah, like show your sense of adventure. Those scars show part of who you are in your lifestyle. Like I should have said that same thing to my female friend. And so even myself, like I'm pretty conscious and aware that we as women are often viewed for our physical attributes mostly in society. Like I struggle with it at times and have to be aware. But once we have that awareness, we can start to shift the change and the value that we have for us as women. Yes, we do reflect a physical beauty that is unique to being a female, and that's wonderful. But just like men, there's so much more to us than our physical beauty that makes us beautiful. And in fact, when I go and read Proverbs 31, man, this whole scripture is chock full of how this woman's work and who she is brought her husband honor. There's nothing about her physical beauty that talks about giving her husband an enjoyable life. It's everything about who she is as a person. So I'm going to read a little bit of this. An excellent wife who can find. She is far more precious than jewels. The heart of her husband trusts in her, and he will have no lack of gain. And then the whole verse, as it says he will have no lack of gain, it talks about all her skills and her abilities and how she helps the poor and the needy. There's nothing about her physical beauty in here that talks about all the gain her husband has because this is his partner in life. And then I just want to continue towards the end of this verse. Strength and dignity are her clothing, and she laughs at the time to come. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue. And then a part that we're very familiar with, but I don't want us to gloss over because it's really important. Charm is deceitful, and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Give her the fruit of her hands, and let her works praise her in the gates. Again, there's so much godly empowerment for females in this verse. We're physically beautiful. We reflect an aspect of God's beauty that is unique and special, but there's so much more to our beauty than physical appearance, and this verse empowers us to discover more of who God has made us to be as women, just the same as men discover with the work of their hands and with whatever God calls us to.